We've never yet had a catamaran on Aquaholic, I get asked them quite frequently, so I thought I'd better do one. And a really good one to do is this Nautitech 46 Fly. It's a very interesting boat because it has the flybridge. Now, it is a catamaran, as I say, and for those of you that don't know what that means, basically it is twin hulls. So there's a hull here, and then all of the center section is out of the water. You can see, in fact, the blue section is in the water, and everything above it, the white section, is out of the water, and another hull there. So that is what a catamaran basically is. Two hulls, center section. That's how that works. So let's go and have a look on board, and I'll show you how that affects the interior, because it's very different to a conventional monohull boat. And the big news with this, as you'll see when we get on board, is space. Now, we're at a boat show, there's quite a few people, but you can see inside there she's pretty full, but they're allowing me to just crack on anyway. So I think what we will do is try and work around the boat in such a way that we don't get in too many people's way, and we can show you as much as possible. So starting right at the back, you can really get an impression of the sheer beam of this boat. It is a very, very wide boat, and that's what gives it a mountain of space for a 46-foot length. This fella here is a davit handling system, so that will lift the dinghy up or bring it down and drop it in the water. That's where you would put that. She's a sailing boat, so we're not too focused on the engines, but she does have engines. Obviously, there's a Volvo Penta engine underneath here. It's 40 horsepower, there's a 50 horsepower as an upgrade, and another engine on the other side, just there. And in fact, I don't know that you can pick it up on the camera, but you can just see the sail drive unit underneath with the propeller on. So that's where they live, and they're really just used to get your course in and out of harbour. The idea is that you sail most of the time. Of course, there's no reason why you can't motor, and she does have two 300-litre tanks, so she's got a fair old range. Okay, I think we will do the deck areas first. This is, of course, the big cockpit area. We'll come back to that. I think we'll go up these steps here, and we'll work our way around the front of the boat. Now, that beam is most evident, of course, on these side decks. Look how wide these are. There's so much space, they don't have to compromise anywhere. Let's head right to the front. Now, right in the very front of these are big storage areas. There's one each side. They can be fitted out as small cabins if you want to, for kids or maybe for crew. On this boat, they're just fitted out purely as storage. And then you've got this area on the front, which is sunbathing. You can see that across here. And that is the mast. Obviously, it's a very short mast because it's inside a building. Normally, it's much, much longer than that. And that is the boom. So you've got your mainsail here, and then you'd have a big jib or genoa across here. And it's a self-tacking jib. You can see this fellow here allows the boat to tack, so it goes into the wind and then sails on the other tack without having to mess around with all the ropes. This gives you access up to this area from the front if you want it, but of course the main access is from further back. And these are storage areas under my feet here, and then the same here. Now we have another side deck down this side, and this gives us access to the flybridge. Now, this is one of the biggest flybridges you'll find on a boat of this size and type, i.e. a sailing catamaran. So let's head on up. What you've got up here is seating all the way around the back of the boat. There's an optional Bimini, which this one's got, so if you're in hot climes, that gives you a bit of shade. And all the rope handling comes back to here, so you can handle everything from here. This particular boat's been fitted with in-mast furling, so you can get the sails out, do whatever you need to do, all from this area. And of course, this is also where you drive the boat from. So the steering wheel is here. It's hydraulic steering on this because it's quite a run from here down to the rudders, and the engine controls are electronic for the same reason. But a great view out across the front of the boat, and again, you do get an impression of the sheer size of this from here. But let's go and take a look inside, see how much we can see. So we'll head on back around. I like these little lights they put in down here, they're nice. Back down these steps. And this time we'll take a turn down here, and this will take us into that cockpit that we saw as we came in. It's actually a very sheltered area because you've got the big overhang, you've got the side sections out here, so it's a great outside dining space. This is a fixed table, but you can have lowering tables if you want to. You can fit that out how you like. And it's a very social area. You've got seating down here, seating across there. I mean, you can fit a lot of people onto this boat. And then from here, you go forward into the main deck. It's all on one level, so it's like single level living, apart from obviously the bedrooms and the toilets. There's a big galley area, and what they've done with this is they faced it backwards into the cockpit, so it connects these two areas very nicely. But also in here, if we can get through, I've waved my magic editing wand, made a few people disappear. So we've got a bit more space to see what's going on in here now, which is, there's fridges on this side, there's a big indoor seating area around here. This is the galley that I was mentioning a moment ago. As I say, this links now pretty directly into that cockpit area, but also the chart area is in here as well. So this is where you can plan, and you've got your navigation screens, all that sort of stuff. That is all here as well. So this is all the main deck living. But in the lower decks, you've got your sleeping accommodation. So what we're going to try and do is head down this side first of all, once we've got a bit of space, and I'll show you what that's all about. Ah, the magic of video editing. Here we go again. Right, so in here, there are two cabins. We have a cabin at the front. So this is a double bed. Of course, you've got storage in places like this. There's big windows, and there's a hatch overhead for a bit of ventilation, and of course there's light screens that pull across. But also in this cabin there's an ensuite. So this door closes, and then the ensuite is in here. So you've got your toilet, and you've got a separate shower area. And then as we head back, you have another cabin which is very similar actually. It's a little bit wider back here. Again, it's a double bed. As you can see, there's a little bit more space. And again, this has its ensuite, and that is tucked away in here. So we're actually inside the hull. When I showed you those two hulls just before we came on, we're now down inside one of them, so the water is down under our feet here. Now you can have this boat as a 4-cabin layout, and that means that the other hull is fitted out pretty much identically to this one. But on this boat it's a 3-cabin layout, and that means that the other hull is all owner suite. So let's go and take a look there with a bit of luck. Nope, just too slow. Okay, what we'll do is we'll follow one down, but we'll head in the other direction. So this then is your master cabin. This is rather nice, in fact. I love the lighting that they put into here. Again, big window and decent sized bed. And then now we can look the other way. So this is all the master ensuite. If you own this boat, this is all your own personal private area. So as we head forward through here, there are things like wardrobes. They're in here, and then the toilet is here, like so, but then the actual bathroom is up ahead through this door, completely separately. Twin sinks, really nice shower up at the front, again big window, and then again we can look back down through here, and that I think is pretty good. Okay, let's head back out of here. One thing I was going to show you, if I can find them, see these hatches here. Now we're looking down into the boat show stand. Those are so that should the boat ever become completely inverted, of course, unlike a mono hull that sails, if that turned over, it would turn itself back up again. This won't. Once it's over, it's staying over. So if you're trapped inside here, there's a way out. And I have to say, that's not something to worry about, because it virtually never happens. And in fact, the builders of this boat were telling me that it's never ever happened to one of their boats, but it's just reassuring to know that that kind of detail is there, and if you ever needed it, there is a way out. So that really is about it. We have another view of this now. There's no people here. But that's a very interesting boat, very different to the sort of thing we normally cover, and a very cool layout, I think. They've done great stuff with that. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, something a little bit different, and all those people that wanted a catamaran, well, there you go. Don't say I don't listen. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Bye-bye.